Hi, my name's Noshad, some of you guys know me as Shubon, Spurs Video Podcast. Got back from Sunderland Spurs game, and obviously the hearing the Bale injuries like put a shiver down your spine. All kinds of expletives. And to be honest, we would have really lost. Luke kept cutting in. Benny was very overexposed. He gave him space, but the problem is without Bale and Lennon on either side of the pitch, they can play very, very narrow. They can mark up very quickly. Whereas with Bale and Lennon, they have to, they are very wary and they stretch us out the pitch and they give us an option to pass because our movement off the ball was very poor. To be fair though, Sunderland did play well. They played great on the Sunday points, and I met a few Sunderland fans afterwards, and I said that first half they definitely deserved the point. After the second half, I think we adapted, to the loss of both Bale and unfortunately Lennon, and I think we deserved the win. Luca must out. Honestly, I think he beats Torres for miss of the season. I cannot work out how he missed that goal. I cannot work that one out. Pavlyuchenko, it's a very strange thing with Pav. He played absolute shite. Touch was terrible. He did God knows how many things wrong, and yet he scored. I just thought it was inevitable he's going to score. And inevitably all the Super Vav came out, but he wasn't that great. Adebayor, he's tracking back. How he didn't score, and Luke didn't score from the resultant goal, I have no idea, but he played superbly. Carl Walker played well. Benny, there was a few times when you saw the bits of the old bad Benny, trying to playing a little bit too smart. But to be totally fair, he had no outlet. Normally Benny would pump it up long because he knew he had Bale, and that would give him that space. He didn't. Sometimes he was often double teamed, and he struggled. I think Ken Gallas played well. That first half, they were pinging us a little bit, but nothing that Bradbury can handle. There's a good free kick by Larson, and Frill did very well to get that. But apart from that, there wasn't that much. There was one moment where we were caught napping, and it was very close. But that was apart from that. The second half we were much better. Rafa was good. Played some good passes in. Luca, I don't know what happened to Luca. Luca had a bloody weird game today. Missing an early, easy goal. He wasn't as putting his fitness much. I think he isn't used to playing, well for us anyway, as much as playing in the middle. And his passing was a bit wayward. He has played a lot better, and I know by his high standards he could have played a lot better. Sandro, I think man of the match. I think he was getting a little bit used to, because obviously Parker and I went to get forward. Now it's which one of us goes forward, and I think he got on a bit better in that first half. But I thought his clearance, he covered inches. If Parker plays well against, if we do play Parker and Sandro, I think they do play very well against, let's face it, Sandro wasn't much of a threat, but Sandro covered, did his job. He offered an outlet. He hasn't got Vieira style passing, but then again, we weren't offering any outlets for Vieira style passing. And I think you're more likely to see Parker and Hudson play together, I think, than say Parker and Sandro, because they're both clean uppers and they both offer a lot of energy, but they haven't got that passing ability yet. And I think Parker could have been a bit more selfish. He's a real good team player. But I don't know how Rafa managed to deflect that ball away. Pav had an absolute open goal. I don't know how he managed to miss that. It was just I couldn't believe it. I give credit to the goalkeeper, but I don't know how he missed that open goal at the end of the first half. But we came out, we were a bit more energised second half. We pressed them, pinned them in their pitch. And then obviously when they were goal down, they have to try and get a point back. We had a little bit more space, and we did threaten a bit more. We cannot play that way against Chelsea, otherwise they will batter us. We just can't play that well. And obviously, we've lost Bale, we've lost Lennon, Defoe. We are struggling with injuries because we struggle because we lack a bit of pace. I don't know why I didn't play Pienaar. I'm guessing, obviously, we've heard that Lennon's got a torn hamstring, so he's going to be out for at least a month to 6 weeks. So, I think we'll actually Pienaar step up, or if not that, I stupid it sounds, I'd go with Carl Walker at right wing just to give us that pace on the side and put Charlie behind. Just because I think we need a bit, to go with Gareth Bale, because we do need a bit of pace on there. And I would put Pienaar in the middle And I wouldn't drop Sandro. I think it was unfair to drop him, but it didn't look balanced. We just didn't sit right. And I think Ari will have a look at the game and he'll find out where he went wrong. In terms of player ratings, he'll go for me. Friedel 7 did his job when he was called upon. I felt that in the last few minutes he could have played a bit shorter, not booted it up there so they can boot it back up to us. Walker wasn't really exposed. Wasn't really ever exposed. He got forward very, very well. Benny, so in the 7, same Ken Gallas, both solid. Benny 6.5. I felt he had no protection. He was like the anvil really. Jim Neidhart, he misses Bret Hart. I mean, don't be wrong. As good as Bret Hart, as good as Gareth Bale is, he needs what Benny does for him to make him that good. And they work so well together, and you could tell he was really missing that. Luca, I'm gonna give him a 6. I think that's the poorest I've seen him play. Unless you count the Man City game. Let's face it, we were all pretty shut in that game. Rafa, 6.5. Because some of his passes came out, some of it didn't. And I felt that he, again, it wasn't all there. Obviously, I think we lacked space and they did close us down and they played very, very narrow. I'm not saying they're part of the bus, but they didn't exactly offer much. They were very, very tight and they kept their shape very, very well. And we're gonna have to work against that, figure out how to play that. If it is a tiki-taka or whatever you want to call it. Sandro 8, Parker 7. I think Sandro just offered a bit more going forward, and could have realistically got a goal. I'll give Rafa a 7 because he played some good passes in. Parker 7. Again there was a little bit of interesting tussles. His passing was a little bit wayward at times because he didn't have Luca to pass to, and Luca doesn't. I think when Luca's on the left hand side, he hasn't got the freedom of the pitch to turn and pass. And I think when Luca's in the middle, he's got a lot more freedom to pass. I think to influence the game. Adebayor 7, closed down. He was superb, and I think he could have easily scored. I felt first half a bit anonymous, but he tracked back. He worked his socks off, held the ball up. Obviously, he didn't have an outlet, and let's face it, Pavlyuchenko's, who I'm going to give a 5.5. I don't care if he scored. I don't know if he scored. He's all the winner. He missed an absolute sitter. His touch was terrible. Some really shocking decisions by him. So yeah, 5.5. I don't give a shit if he scored. For me, Pavlyuchenko, if he hadn't scored, I would have given him 4 or something. I just thought he was very, very poor. Rose didn't really have a chance to do that much, really. Livermore, again, I think just to give Sandro, who got a standing ovation from all the guys at Spurs, and quite rightly so, really. He deserved a standing ovation for that. I'm trying to think, that's it, yeah. So, yeah, and that's it, really. I think we played well against Chelsea. We had to really back up our ideas. I've got some videos and I'll upload them. I'm going to give a big shout out to Jerry McConnell, who actually helped me get a ticket for today's game. I really appreciate that. Enjoyed the game immensely. Had a fantastic. Honestly, we were on the North Upper, right, just on the halfway line. And thanks to a little boy called Daniel sat next to us. I swear a lot, and I was swearing. Probably can actually swear God knows how many times. And I was like, I swore the first time when he missed that goal against the in the first half, and I swore. I was like, I'm sorry, mate. I sent to his dad. I was about to swear every time. I was like, out my mouth. So thanks to little Daniel and his dad helped me help my potty mouth. So yeah, hopefully we'll play a lot better against Chelsea, and cause we'll have to. We cannot play that well against Chelsea. They play very compact, and obviously we'll miss a bit of pace, but we'll see how it goes. And yeah, I hope you guys. I've watched match of day 2. It's really weird though, because apparently we deserved the win. I don't think we did. I think we barely won. I was saying to the guy behind me, I said, you know what? A mark of a good team is winning when you're not playing well. I don't think we played that well. The first half we were pretty poor. In the second half, we were better, and I think it was much clearer that we were much better than Sunderland. But we really didn't press our advantage. Obviously, most teams will miss Bale and Lennon, without a doubt. And they're having in good form for us, and you will miss your best players. But that's why you have a squad. I don't know why you didn't play Pina. And that's something you're going to have to look at. I think, come January, I've said it, Jovetovic, I still think, Pav, you are the league weakest link. Goodbye, because he was poor as hell. Really poor first touch. It's just, if you look at Jemba Bar and you see what he does, and you see what Pav does, and it's just like, I know he's got a dodgy knee and stuff like that, but you think, oh shit, we really missed out on not getting Jemba Bar. Do you know what I mean? When you look at what we have with Pav. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it, and come on, you Spurs. Oh, check out topspurs.com, spursodyssey.com, spurfilm.co.uk. Please click on the ad links if Google's decided to let them appear. Thank you very much, and come on, you Spurs!